This has to be a joke. This has to be a joke. This one here did sweet me, This one there did make me laugh, This is how you know things are bad. And this is how you know, as men, as a collective, we need to do better. You know things are bad. You know men need to do better. When our females, they're having to come up with lies. They're having to come up with strategies to weed out the homelessness. Imagine, there are females out there, because I've never heard this before in my life. But I believe there are plenty of other females, obviously few and far in between and that, but there are plenty of other females who come up with this same strategy to weed out the homeless. There are females out here that lie to men and say they live in a house share to weed out the homeless. Because God forbid a woman tells a man that she's got a 3-bed house or even a 2-bed flat. Certain man, they're jumping on that. Trust me, people think that women nest. Men nest too. Trust me, once a man gets comfortable in that, after a while, a woman will notice, his shower gels are here and that. His cologne is here, boxer shorts, t-shirts, string vest and everything there. Couple pairs of trainers, couple jackets and that. Trust me, I know someone. This individual's been with her man for about 32 years. And, after the first 6 months, couple boxers, couple t-shirts, couple trainers, a few jackets and that. Eventually, the woman was doing this man's washing, and that was the day he moved in. They've been together 32 years or something like that. She's still waiting for him to ask permission to move in, Crazy. So as men, we need to do better. But, and there's a big dirty but with this one. If you find yourself, women, I'm chatting to women now, if you find yourself having to lie to certain men or lie to men in general about your living situation, you have to make out that you're in a house share, you have to make out that you're in an unideal, a not ideal situation, you have to check the men that you're talking to. Yeah. It's probably because you're talking to the wrong men. It's probably because you're gravitating or you're attracting the wrong men. Because I guarantee you, if you had a bunch of bankers, lawyers, stockbrokers, doctors and that, maybe even electrician, if you had men that are serious, men that have their head screwed on and that, you wouldn't even fret about having to come up with these lies and that. So I know what sort of men these females are talking to and that. They're talking to the sorts of men that I would never want to speak to. I've mentioned this plenty of times on my videos, so I'm gonna bore you, man. Yeah. There's certain men out here, I can't believe they've actually gone on to reproduce. I can't believe some woman has allowed this individual to make a copy of himself. Like, these guys are so down here, like, I wouldn't even want to be friends with them. I wouldn't even want that damn jackass to phone me. And I know people who, I've got their number, I'm glad I got their number. Do you know why? Not because I want to answer their call, not because I want to chat to them, it's so that I don't answer their call. I remember one time, not too long ago, see, man's driving back to Edmonton now, and a man's phoned me talking about, yeah, I ain't spoke to you for like 5 years or something, like, we saying you good, yeah? I'm like, yeah. And the man's like, yeah, when you coming down to Edmonton or whatever and that, anytime soon? Busy and that. I'll let you know though, innit? Bro, I was on my way to Edmonton. Anyway, I got off the phone to him, and obviously a couple of days later, I was like, shit, I should have saved his number. Not because I ever planned to phone him, not because I ever planned to link up with him. No. It's so that when that jackass phones me, I don't answer his phone. Because we're cool. I ain't got no problem with him. We're cool. But you're a damn fool. Man, I'm not just saying that because it rhymes as well. And these are going to be the individuals that go on to reproduce. Imagine, yeah, as a man, you know certain men who are, they're a damn fool. They're a damn fool. Imagine that guy is going to father some woman's children. That guy there is going to have a little one looking up to him like he's something special. Unbelievable, isn't it? Like, imagine you're the greatest fool that you've ever met in your life, and I know some damn fools. Imagine they've actually gone on to reproduce. Imagine there's some little kid that looks up to this person and thinks that, yeah, this guy's the man. Crazy. So women, if you find yourself having to come up with these lies and these strategies and that, you have to ask yourself, right, am I either attracting the wrong men? Like, are the wrong men coming to me? And the thing is, yeah, women are always going to attract a bunch of different men. Do you know what? It doesn't even matter about you attracting these men. You got to just weed them out, yeah? So that's one thing. Are you attracting the wrong men and not weeding them out and that? And the second thing is, are you gravitating towards these men? Because some women are picking these men, you know. Some women are, you know, they will speak to a man and not realize that he's a damn fool within the first 5 seconds and carry on the conversation. Yo, I can speak to someone for 2 minutes and I know if this person's an idiot. I just know if they're an idiot. You need to, in this world, yeah, you need to be more judgmental. You need to be able to make snap decisions and that. Like, you lot know, if this is your first time watching me right now, yeah, you lot can take a guess that I'm not a doctor or a lawyer right now. That it's not, it's yeah, you just know them, man, they have a certain energy, they come across a certain way. Now, is there gonna be some doctor or lawyer that talks slang and that's still trying to hold on to his hood roots and that? Yeah. But, you know, for the most part, you need to be able to just judge people, like, you know, and if you don't want to make those judgments, ask questions. When you meet these guys and that, ask them, what have you got going on? Where do you see yourself in 5 years, rude boy? I just live every day as it comes. Listen, let me tell you something right now, yeah? You think I want my little sister to get with someone who just lives every day as it comes, has no future plans? If you'd asked me, I'm going to be 33 in 20 days' time. If you'd asked me when I was 21, would you see yourself doing in 5 years? Say, yeah, look to buy a property and that, whatever, and that. And bam, 5 to 10 years later, I'm sitting on 6 properties and that. I had a plan. I had a damn plan, and I executed that plan. I wasn't just living every day as it comes and that. Anyway, this response has gone on way too long. I told you that already. You don't need to stop me with my rambling and that. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for today, but stay away. I don't know.